first, we will find out what the stroke the woman will swim as we bring on the teams and break it down for me. Again, we talked at the very beginning, Anderson may be the difference maker for London.
Yeah, she will definitely be a huge difference maker. Coming in without Anderson split in there and a 53 flat, she went 51.5. They were 0.2 of a second behind the current. How about Tokyo? 0.2 of a second behind LA as well. That's how tight it is on paper. Tokyo goes with a hot hand, and Teramura, who was 104.3 on the B relay, she replaces Oki, who was 105.8. So all of a sudden, they are going to be a big factor. 3 teams here, London, LA, and Tokyo. And I think I give the slight advantage to London. If Anderson can follow up again with the split she did. Weitzel now has had some rest, and that's what she needed. About an hour. Weitzel will anchor for LA. I don't know. I think this is dead even with London and LA.
And I think you talked about earlier that the key leg for LA is probably right here.
Right here.
Allie Duluth.
No question about it. She was 56.9, Bernie. A good point. Absolute key leg. She's got to follow that 56.9 and with another sub 57 if they're going to have a chance. Because we already saw what Toussaint did in the 100 back. I meant to say what she did in the 50 back when she went 25.9.
The winner gets to pick the skins, and Toussaint is going after it for London.
Well, you've got to figure Toussaint's going to have the lead. There's no question about it. All Duluth has to do is keep it close, which she did the first time. London won the second match. Current won the third match. Toussaint was 56.5. Duluth was 56.9. That's what she's got to go here. She's got to go under 57. And of course, Toussaint's got to be that solid mid-56.
Yeah, you would think if London can win this, it would be a big boost for them because they would have, I would think, Ali Atkinson swim the breaststroke.
Yeah,
she
no
is
question.
Miles ahead of the rest of the field from what we saw earlier today.
No question that London will choose the breaststroke. I would be shocked if they chose anything else. And Toussaint is taking it now to the field. And Duluth, although Duluth is coming back a little bit, 56.6, 57.3 for Duluth.
Only 4/10 between London and Tokyo.
Great start. Oh, Gorbenko. I've got a TBD on Gorbenko. What that means was she was really, really fast on her takeoff. TBD means to be determined. Did she false start? She's right above Atkinson.
And that would end it for LA.
That would be a very tough situation to get out of if you're LA. If you get DQ'd because you lose a bunch of points. But it might not matter because London is just sailing along right now. 29.6 on the way out for Atkinson. That's what she went in the individual 50.
All right, Waddle getting set with London in the lead. Only remedy rule, hell, DC Trident. They are in the mix.
DC Trident, how about Bilquist at 56.8 and Kozlowski at 104.9? Late change. She went from the B relay to the A relay. Good choice for them. 104.4 for Atkinson. Gorbenko 104.7. So they fall further behind, and it's all up to Gastadello to give a chance to Weitzel.
Still a big margin, almost 2 seconds.
Not gonna
the
happen.
lead.
I mean, and she's gonna go in further behind than she did on the women's 400 free relay. And look at Waddle go, what a split for her. And by the way, she was 0.08. She was close to false starting, but she did not.
Oh, London in the lead with Anderson diving in. Almost 2 seconds up.
She outsplit Gastadello by a second. 55.7, 56.6. That's how good Waddle was on that relay. Unbelievable split for Waddle, and London will choose the skins here. And that is just huge for them. Absolutely, I can't begin to tell you how big this is for London.
Remember, London chose the skins, and they went with backstroke. They picked right, of course, because they did win the skins when they took home that record-winning match number 1. And for the second time in ISL 2020, London chooses the skins again. They win the Medley Relay. LA second, Tokyo third.
Wow. You don't think Anderson is going to be a factor? Already, she has proven to be the biggest single factor for LA. 51 flat. Freya Anderson, I'll say it again, 51 flat, but boy, she was close on that relay. Oh my goodness, 0.01 on the start for Freya Anderson. Huge risk for her that she did not need to take. They'll definitely clean that up for next time, but right now it doesn't matter. They win it going away, and LA is still to be determined on whether or not they false started.
Mel Marshall picking the skins. Mark is down with the roar.
Mel. A surprise, the team really stepped up, they looked awesome.
Yeah, it's really important, the skin selection on this one, because there's like a disparity from one stroke to the other. So we've done a good job there. We've got one more to do a good job on though.
You look solid on the 50 back and the 50 breast.
Yeah, we're in a good place on that. But you just one round at a time, one swim at a time. So I'm really pleased with the guys there. They're doing a good job.
So you're going to go on the breaststroke this time?
I'm not telling you, Mark. I've got 2 A's inside.
London.